guys, welcome back. It's me, Sterling Martanza with 8 Steps Forensics. We're doing dramatic interpretation. We are almost done. We're on Module 6, and this is another one of my favorite concepts, I would say, the argument. This is what makes interpretation kind of debatey, because we're talking about something really important and we're trying to persuade our audience to essentially agree with us. So first things first, when we're picking out the argument, we kind of already picked our piece. We kind of know what the author's talking about. We know what they want to say. We know the message. We know the topic. But like, how can we make this really, really specific in order for us to like kind of draw some kind of change or some kind of solution after somebody watches us perform this piece? So how is our argument relevant to today? So I've seen lots of people do pieces on like gay rights, on racism, on sexism, stuff that are really relevant to today, issues that we are dealing with right now, or things that maybe we don't really talk about as much that really need to be brought out in the open. So how is it relevant to today, and basically why are we listening to this now? Why now is a good question, and we'll get into how why comes back to haunt us every single minute of the day when doing interpretation. So research. Research is super important in all aspects of any interpretation event. Like I always say, research is basically how we are going to get more informed with the character, with the author, with the book, maybe the date that the book was published, because who knows, maybe that's going to tell us like the time period that it was in, because we can't draw that from text. Who knows? Research will always have the answer. So when we're making research in order to formulate this argument, we need to find things that are relevant to today. So watching the news, reading the newspaper, reading articles, finding things that like actually make sense that we can draw from this piece of literature that the author might be hinting at or the author might be pointing to. Like I said, the author will have their own message, but it's interpretation. So if we want to interpret what the author says and maybe add on another twist, that's okay. That's what makes this event so cool. It's because we can interpret what this author said and give our own twist on it in order for us to speak our minds and to share our opinions and to persuade our audience to draw change from something, because we're essentially activists. This whole event is activism. So next, why? The dreaded word, why. And these are just more questions that you should be asking yourself. So why does this matter? Why? Like I said, find something that's relevant. Like, if you can answer why does this matter just right off the bat, and that's something you should be answering in your intro, which is in Module 7, so stick around for that. Why are you doing this? What's your connection to it? Why does this matter to you? And lastly, why should I listen? Why should I listen to what you have to say when there are clearly so many other problems in the world that other people are trying to tell me? There are 5 other competitors in this room that are trying to tell me something probably that seems just as important to them as this argument is to you. So tell me why I should listen to you. Tell me why I should give you that one, because your argument is clearly the most coherent, the most well-researched, and something you're the most passionate about. And that's kind of what makes interpretation so argumentative. And that's why interp or speech in general is kind of slept on, in the sense that like we're not necessarily well-researched or we're not debaters, but this whole event is debating, we're persuading, we are trying to provoke change, we are trying to find solutions, we're activists, like I said. So your argument is super important. Don't ever forget about your argument. Don't think about mostly the character. Don't think about mostly just the acting of it. The argument is your motivation. This is what you're trying to do. This is better than any other trophy. Someone coming after you after that round saying, thank you for doing that. I was hoping somebody would talk about that. That is such an important topic. Thank you for doing that. That is better than any award, any ranking, any trophy. So that is Module 6. Stick around for Module 7, where we will be talking about intros. Thanks you guys, and see you later.